Hello dear students, today we are going to start part number 2 of key elements of a democratic government. This is the fourth chapter of civics. As you know that in this chapter we are reading about some of the key elements that influence the working of a democratic government. These include people's participation, the resolution of conflict and equality and justice. So dear students, let's start today's topic. South Africa. See in this map of the world, this is South Africa. South Africa is a country that has people of several races. There are black people who belong to South Africa, or we can say black people are native people of South Africa, and whites who came there to settle, and Indians who came as laborers and traders. In the beginning of the chapter, Maya Naidu, an 11-year-old South African girl living in the town of Johannesburg, is talking to her mother. Maya Naidu saw many pictures of a young schoolboy of around 15 years of age. When she asked her mother who the boy was, she was told that he was called Hector Peterson. He had been shot by the police. Maya Naidu was shocked. Why? She asked. Then her mother explained that South Africa was earlier governed by apartheid laws. Apartheid means separation on the basis of race. South African people were divided into white, black, Indian, and colored races. According to the law, these races were not allowed to mingle with each other, to live near each other, or even to use common facilities. You know that South Africa had apartheid government before 1994. What is apartheid government? Apartheid government is the system of rule in which racial discrimination exists in the country. It means the government discriminates on the basis of race of the people. In South Africa, the people were discriminated on the basis of their color and race. Black people were forced to adopt the language that was used by white people. Hector and other school students were being forced to learn this language, Afrikaans, but they wanted to learn their own language, Zulu. Zulu is the local language of African people. The South African police beat up the protesters mercilessly and shot at the crowd. One of their bullets killed Hector, and this incident occurred on 16 June 1976. Nelson Mandela and his party, the African National Congress, fought against the racial government and struggled for a long time. Nelson Mandela was kept in jail also. But in 1994, finally, they succeeded and South Africa became a democratic country in which people of all races were considered equal. Participation. It is the next topic. In this topic, we will discuss that how the people participate in a democratic system. These are the ways in which people participate in a democratic system: voting, fighting elections, making political parties or groups, criticizing the government, expression of the thoughts, and protest activities. Now we will discuss about these points in detail. First is voting or casting the votes. You know that elections are very necessary in our democratic system. In elections, people participate in various ways. The first way is casting their vote. People cast their vote, and through voting they elect their representatives, and representatives rule the country or govern the country. In this way, the people have the opportunity to elect representatives, and in the next 5 years, they observe the activities, they observe the performance of the government, and if they are not happy with the government, so in the next election, they cast their vote to another representatives, to another political parties. So, in this way, this is very important, voting to elect their representatives. Second is fighting elections. In a democratic country, all the people have the right to fight elections. So by fighting election, they can participate in a democratic system. Because India is a democracy, and in India all the people are free to fight elections. Anybody can fight election, anybody can make political parties. So, the third way is making political parties or organizations. The people are completely free to make their own political parties or their political groups or pressure groups and other organizations to express their ways, thoughts, their demands, and to take part in democratic system. Next is criticizing the government. The people are free to criticize the government. If they are not happy with any policy of the government, they can criticize the government, they can condemn the government, and also they can raise their demands against the government. Next is expression of the thoughts. The people in democracy can express their thoughts, their opinions, and they can raise their voice to express their views. Protest activities or movements. This is the next way in which people can take part in our democracy. For example, in August 2005 in India, when a particular government increased the money people had to pay for electricity, it means electricity bill were increased, then the people expressed their disapproval very sharply, and they took out rallies and also organized a signature campaign. The government tried to explain and defend its decision, but finally listened to the people's opinion and withdrew the increase. The government had to change its decision because it is responsible to the people. Democratic government is accountable, legitimate, and responsible to the people. So, if people are not happy with any policy of the government, they can do the protest activities or movements. There are many ways in which people express their views and make government understand what action they should take. These include dharnas, rallies, strikes, signature campaigns, etc. These all are protest activities. Things that are unfair and unjust are also brought forward. Newspapers, magazines, and TV also play a role in discussing government issues and responsibilities. In this way, dear students, we have discussed the ways through which the people take part in our democracy. Revise the topic with the help of this video and read from the PDF and remember all the points. Thank you. Have a nice day.